Partito!
Scena 11.1, take 4.
When you're watching the film, you don't really think about how much stuff is happening behind every single shot. So this video exactly about that. I'm going to share a number of scenes which I experienced on the film set and my impressions. First of all, let me give a little bit more context about the project where I took part. So this was project of my academy where there is 3 years. Third grade had the most responsibility. There were film director, camera operator, and people who were organizing all of the process. Second year was responsible for technical part, like preparing the light, controlling the focus during the filming, and first year also tried to help. For example, my roles for 3 days was photo and video backstage, and on the third day I helped with the technical stuff. Let me tell you a few words about preparing. We filmed in the small city, so we used one big car where we put all of the equipment in. And the first discovery for me was that every part of the equipment has the right place in the car. Before I thought that you just have to put all of the lights and the cameras and stuff like that into the car and go. But then I realized that for some days you're not really using all of the equipment. You need to take just a few scenes from the car and that's it. Then we arrived to the location. We filmed in an extremely beautiful place. However, what was more important is that that location was really familiar for our team. Because if you're filming some short film, music video clip, and so on, the most important is that location is working for the narrative, but also that location is familiar for you as a creator. It's much better to film on the streets where you grew up or in the places where you come in often, because it's much easier to find the right angle. Also, right location can help you with saving time, because when you film in some project, it's classic when you have to work fast and you really limited in time. Although there are so many scenes which can negatively influence on your filming, and one of the scenes, that's the weather conditions. In our filming on the third day, we had to film some scenes outside, and that's why the main source of light, it was sun. I can remember episode where all of the team was ready to shoot, however we were all waiting for the right moment, where we can have gap in 1 or 2 minutes for film the right scene. And finally we managed to do it.
Vai! Pronti? Ed è motore.
Partito!
Azione!
Another interesting scene if you like to film outside is source of light. In our project we almost never used any lights. Our main job was just to reflect the light to achieve the right light scheme. We used lots of light reflectors, and one of them was really huge. Personally, I'm a big fan of filming outside. It's much easier to find the beautiful location than looking for some rooms, apartments. For instance, perfect moment for filming, it's on the sunrise or sunset time, because the shadows look soft, but these 2 moments, it's like a really limited period of time where you have just a few hours and huge gap between them to film. If the light outside cannot be always controlled, at least shot list you can prepare in advance. This document have to be prepared in the pre-production, where you plan all of the shots, then in the production you're not going to mess up, and on the post-production you can be sure that all of the shots going to work together without any problems. In our film we had moment where the actors had to close the car's door exactly in the corner, and we did that shot around 10 times. Sometimes when you might think that some actions happen accidentally, more likely that in the pre-production someone prepared it carefully. If for some scenes you have 10 trials, it's important to have special document where you can see all of the trials, successful and not successful ones. During the filming I had the chance to see that document, and for me personally it was extremely interesting. For example, from that document I understood that for one successful shot usually we spend 4 trials, or it was also useful to see that in 8 hours we could film plus minus 10 successful shots. In the future for my projects I'm going to use those knowledge, and it's going to make my production much more predictable and safe. Monitoring, that was another big discovery for me. During the filming we used around 4 monitors. If you can clearly see all of the shots which you are doing, it's really decreasing the chance that you're going to accept some shots which is not really working. Sound recording was definitely a new scene for me, because usually on the projects where I worked, the sound it was secondary scene. For example, in the most of the cases, in the music video clip, you just removing all of the sound, change it for music, and that's it. In the filming, the visual part and the sound part, they're equally important. And for that reason, when we filmed the shot where the actress had to wash her hands, everyone in the team, like around 20 people, had to keep total silence. In the afternoon, we had the most unstressed hour. It was lunch. In the lunchtime, we had some pasta or other food, and it's important because if you're working for the whole day, definitely your team shouldn't think about food. During the filming, our teachers also helped us a lot.
Certo, è contribuito. Sì.
Allora, noi dobbiamo dalla macchina.
Without teachers, we couldn't manage some shots. For instance, we had a moment when we filmed on the sunset period of time, and when the sun was really low, we still had so many shots to film. And in that moment, teachers helped us to put some extra light and keep the white balance and exposure level on the right way. I had a brilliant opportunity to talk with my teachers and ask them practical questions. In those days, I really got a lot useful information. From this, I can conclude that communication is the key in the filming process and also in another spheres. Film set, that's a place where members of the team spending many hours together, and sometimes team can be exhausted and also stressed. So the first thing that our teachers told us even before we started filming is that respect every member of your team. It doesn't matter what role you have, you're director or you're just helping with some technical part. Everyone should be respected equally. And finally, I want to say that I'm so grateful to take part in such filming. I met so many nice people, I got so much experience, and I saw how big team working just for one goal is to create nice film. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Bye.